Hello children, today we are going to focus on a new chapter, and that is adaptation in plants. So before moving forward, let me tell you what adaptation means. Adaptations are special features that allow a plant to live in a particular place. This means to suit the climate of the place, plants change themselves. Okay, they adapt few special features that help that plant to grow and survive in a particular environment. And what that environment could be? It could be desert, it could be hills, underwater. Okay, so these are the special environments in which if a plant wants to grow, it has to adapt itself. It has to develop few special characteristics or features in itself so that it can grow and survive in a better way. Okay, so let's begin. Here it is written, Earth is divided into two main parts, land and water. Plants are found almost all over the earth, means few plants are found on land and few on water. Okay, these plants are of two main kinds. So plants are of two main kinds. First are terrestrial plants and another kind are aquatic plants. Terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. So the plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Okay. So terrestrial word comes from the word terra, and terra means land. Okay. And plants that grow in water are called aquatic plants. An aquatic word comes from the word aqua, which means water. Anything which is, whenever you see aqua words anywhere, this aqua will all of a sudden make you remember this, that aqua is related to the word water. So whenever you will see aqua, this means plants or animals related to water that are living on the surface of water or underwater. Okay, animals that live in water, as you know, are called aquatic animals, and plants that live or grow in water are called aquatic plants. So aqua means water. So first of all, we'll study about the first kind, that is terrestrial plants. Okay, so terrestrial plants are divided into four groups. These are four groups, children. Plants that are found on hills and mountains are also called terrestrial plants. Plants that are found on the plains are also called terrestrial plants. Plants that are found in marshes. Marshes in Hindi it means daldal. It's a swampy area. Okay, so plants that are found in marshes are also called terrestrial plants, and those that are found in deserts are also called terrestrial plants. So first we'll study about those plants that are found on hills and mountains. Okay, so coniferous trees grow on hills and mountains. So what does this coniferous means? Coniferous comes from the word cones. Okay, because coniferous trees bear cones, that is why they are called coniferous trees. Here in this diagram you can see cones, children. Cones are of this shape. I've got one cone with me, though it is painted, but you can see the shape and how hard it is. Okay, this is the inside of the cone. Seeds are found inside this cone. It is of dark brown color. Mostly all the cones are of dark brown colors, and these are very hard. These structures that are found outside of this cone are very hard to touch. You cannot open them easily. Okay, So this is the cone. Generally all the cones are of this size only. So coniferous trees bear these cones. Okay, that is why they are called coniferous. There is not much space for these trees to spread out on the hillside. There are too many trees on the hills, so they do not find much space. So what do, children? They require huge amount of sunlight. Okay, so what do? They grow thin and tall. Okay, tall, to catch as much sunlight as possible. Okay, so they grow tall and thin. Because these trees on the hills are too dense, so it's not possible for the sunlight to reach the roots to the base of the trees. So they grow thin and tall, very tall. So this was the first feature, children, that coniferous trees bear cones. I have shown you the cone just now. Second feature is that trees look cone shaped, means their shape is like a cone. This is the cone, children. You must have eaten lots of ice cream in these cones. Okay, when you invert it, it looks like this. The shape becomes inverted. Okay, can you see the shape of the tree? What does it resemble? It resembles the shape of an inverted cone. Here look, children, inverted cone shape. Can you see now? Okay, so all the trees that are found on hills and mountains are inverted cone shape. Okay, and they have sloping branches. And why do they have sloping branches? So that the snow that falls on them may slide off easily. You know, there is huge amount of snowfall on the hills. So if it gets clogged on the surface of the leaves, what will happen? It will block the sunlight, it will block the oxygen. Okay, carbon dioxide, everything is blocked, and this plant may die. So their branches are slopy. Okay, it's written here also. This shape helps the snow that falls on them to slide off easily. Okay, this is the second feature, children, that trees are cone shaped. First one we've just now studied, coniferous trees bear cones. Second feature is trees are cone shaped with sloping branches. And you know why I've just explained why the branches are sloping. Okay, so third feature we are going to study about, that coniferous leaves are like thick needles with very few stomata. Thick needles. The coniferous leaves have thick needle-like leaves. Do you see, children? This is a cycas plant and this grows on hills. This cycas plant is evergreen plant, and this plant, cycas plant, has needle-like leaves. As you can see, needle-like leaves, very thin leaves are there. Okay, needle-like leaves. And why do these leaves are so thin, needle-like? To retain moisture in them and to avoid direct sunlight. If this surface area is broad enough, what will happen? This plant will lose huge amount of water from it and may die. So this is the adaptation, children. Okay, this cycas plant has adapted its leaves into thin needle-like, so that not much water is lost. Okay, this is a cycas plant and this is evergreen. Evergreen means it remains green throughout the year. Look, children, This is the leaf of Araucaria tree. This also grows in the mountains. Look, as you can see, this also has very thin leaves. To avoid direct sunlight, to retain moisture, to avoid the evaporation that may take place. So just now you've seen what needle-like leaves look like and why the leaves are needle-like, because so that not much amount of water vapor is lost. Okay, this is good because not much evaporation takes place in the cold climate. If the needle-like leaves are broad, if the leaves surface is broad enough, what will happen, children? Huge amount of water will be evaporated from the surface. Okay, and because huge amount of water will be evaporated, what will happen? The plant may get dry and it can die also. So just to avoid this, what happens? This is an adaptation, children. Adaptation of trees that grow on hills and mountains, that their leaves are turned to needle-like. This is an adaptation of a plant. Okay, just to stop huge amount of water from evaporating from its surface. Okay, the leaves are also waterproof, means there's a layer of wax on the surface of the leaf which makes it waterproof. And why there is a layer of wax on the surface of the leaves? So that they do not get soggy with snow. You know, there is huge amount of snowfall all the time happening on hills and mountains. Okay, so if the surface of the leaf is covered with wax, this water or snow slides off easily and it may not harm the leaves. That is why these leaves are waterproof. Okay, this was the fourth feature, that the leaves are waterproof. Conifers are mostly evergreens. This is good because they grow in poor soil and in a harsh climate. Harsh climate means, children, very low temperature, huge amount of waterfall, huge amount of snowfall is there. This is called harsh climate. Okay, so the trees that grow on hills and mountains, they have to bear this harsh climate. That is why what do? They drop off a very small amount of leaves every day. So you'll find conifers mostly evergreen, green all the time. Okay, so conifers are mostly evergreen. The harsh climate is also not good for the growth of flowers. Because of this harsh climate, flowers cannot grow. Even if they'll grow, they'll drop off, they'll get dried off. Okay, so what happens? That is why, this is the reason why trees on hills and mountains, they do not bear flowers. They bear cones instead. Okay, and I've just shown you a cone. So all the seeds are found in this cone only. Cone is very hard. That is why the seeds inside the cones remain protected even during harsh climates. Okay. Okay, now, and what are the examples of conifers? Examples of conifers are pine, fir and spruce. So children, on page 37, evergreen, difference between evergreen and non-evergreens are given. This I'll explain to you when I'll explain this part. Trees that are found on plains.